Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. You know, when you watch Star Wars, have you ever felt there's something deeper going on beyond the cool effect?
Oh, absolutely. Like a hidden layer of meaning.
Exactly. What if those big themes, the Force, the Jedi, the light versus dark struggle, what if they're actually tapping into some really ancient spiritual wisdom?
Well, that's precisely what we're getting into today. We're looking at some fascinating insights from a video by Sheikh Nurjan Miramati.
Right.
He draws these incredible parallels between Star Wars and a deep spiritual tradition, especially around the idea of the Force.
So our mission today is to kind of unpack that. How do these teachings connect to maybe more universal ideas about energy, our own inner power, spiritual growth?
Yeah, making these maybe complex spiritual ideas feel a bit more relatable, using Star Wars as a lens.
Okay, so let's start right there with the Force. How does Sheikh Nurjan Miramati talk about it?
He uses the film's own words, actually, that it's an energy field created by all living things.
The classic line. Yeah.
Right. It surrounds us and penetrates us, and it binds the galaxy together. I mean, that description itself sounds pretty spiritual, doesn't it?
It really does. It feels very much like concepts you hear in different spiritual paths about a universal life energy.
Exactly. And the key point from the Sheikh's teaching seems to be that this isn't just some abstract idea. It's presented as something real, something accessible.
Something that Jedi learned to tap into.
Precisely. A source for, well, inner peace and having a positive effect on the world.
Okay, so the Jedi Masters themselves, according to these teachings, they weren't just powerful, they lived a specific way, right?
Oh, yeah, very specific. Their clothes, for instance, called juppas, are highlighted.
Juppas.
Yes, signifying humility, detachment from, worldly stuff. And they practiced what's called full sunnah.
Full sunnah. What does that entail?
It means they followed a prophetic path very meticulously. Lots of discipline, inner purification, adherence to spiritual practices. And crucially, they weren't hermits. They had a spiritual community of masters they were always connected with. Community was vital.
Ah, so that learning and growth happened together, not just in isolation.
Right. That association was key.
So their training, it was much more than just combat then. It was deeply spiritual. I'm thinking of lines like, let go your conscious self and act on instinct.
Powerful stuff, isn't it?
And your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them.
Yeah.
That really points towards intuition, right? Trusting something deeper than just what you see.
Absolutely. And when a Jedi really connects, really feels that force flowing through them, Sheikh Nurjan describes something quite transformative happening.
Oh, like what?
He says they become magnetized.
Magnetized.
Yeah, and emit a very positive charge. It suggests this connection isn't just internal, it radiates outwards, like becoming a beacon of positive energy.
Wow, okay. That's a really interesting way to put it. And speaking of powerful masters, we had to talk about Yoda.
Of course, Yoda.
Sheikh Nurjan actually describes Yoda as carrying the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, embodying humility.
Which seems almost paradoxical, right? The small, humble being with immense power.
Exactly. So how does that work?
Well, Yoda's core teaching, according to the Sheikh, is you must unlearn what you have.
Unlearn what you have.
And the way of the master is to show yourself as nothing. It's that humility, that emptying out of ego and assumptions that actually creates the space for true power.
Like when he lifts the X-Wing from the swamp.
Precisely. That power isn't about brute force, you can see. It comes from that deep, humble connection, letting go of what you think you know. It's unseen power.
Which brings us to the flip side, the dark side. The warnings are pretty stark.
Very stark. Anger, fear, aggression, those are the paths.
And the consequence. Once you start down the dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny. It's a serious warning about our inner state.
It really is. And connecting this back to the spiritual understanding Sheikh Nurjan presents, the people of the Force, the truly connected ones, understand that there's no help and no power except in Allah Almighty.
So the power doesn't ultimately come just from the individual.
According to this teaching, no. It's that Allah Almighty sends powerful souls with energy to the servant. Divine assistance, basically.
Wow.
And it's through that divine connection that they can reach reality, that deep spiritual awareness, and truly tap into the Force. It's about alignment with that higher power.
So wrapping this up then, looking through Sheikh Nurjan Miramati's lens, Star Wars becomes, well, more than just an epic space opera.
Definitely. It transforms into this really vivid metaphor for a spiritual path, doesn't it?
Yeah, an ancient journey about understanding energy, our intentions, that constant inner struggle between light and dark within us all. It makes it very personal.
It really does. It's a framework for looking at our own lives.
Which kind of leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener.
Yeah, maybe something to reflect on. What might unlearning what you have mean for you personally on your own path?
And following on from that, how might you start to perceive that force, that universal energy operating in your own life right now?